Page 128. Dodi liva ani lo haroe b'shoshanim. My beloved is mine, and I am my beloved. Words from Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs, words of love. Page 128. Dodi liva ani lo haroe b'shoshanim. Raise a shout to God, all the earth. Break into joyous songs, songs of praise. Page 134. 137. Adonai oz la'amo yiten. Adonai yivarech et amo b'shalom. May God grant strength to our people. May God grant us the gift of peace. Adonai oz la'amo yiten. Adonai yivarech et amo. Adonai oz le'amo yiten. Adonai yivarech et amo.
The beautiful mystical song. Imagine you're walking through the streets of Shabbat. The Shabbat is coming in and the sun just glinting off the rooftops and the beautiful sun that comes that you can imagine over the mountains and across the sea.
Page 138. לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ותפארת ולתהילה לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה מקור הברכה מראש מקדם לסוכה סוף נעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה מעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלק, בואי חלק, לחתומי לקראת קלה, ונשמה לקבלה, לחתומי לקראת קלה, ונשמה לקבלה, יאללה לילה
So as we have welcomed Shabbat with the singing of Lecha Dodi, we turn to page 118, 119 for the lighting of our Shabbat candles, which will be lit this evening by Joanne Lowy Hines.
As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Amen. Let's take a moment and turn to those around us with each other a Shabbat Shalom. Shabbos. I'd like to do a special welcome home to Kat Smith, who's returned to us from Paris. Welcome, Kat.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. Page 140. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר בסלע, באמונתך בלילות, הלב אסור עליך, הלב היגיון וחילות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. ושמחתני אותך לכבודך, במעשה ידיך אמן. מה גדול מעשיך אדוני, בית עמים שבתך. איש זרע לא ידע, נשיא לא יבין מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. צדיק אתה עמד לפרח, כארז בלבנון, הלבנון יזכה, שתו לי Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Bini Melech, Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Kadosh Baruch Hu. Harfuni leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Minelech Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu.
On page 144, we rise for the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitkadash v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Let's continue with the blessing for the evening. Ma'ariv Aravim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteh asherim, ובתבונה משנה עתים ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים.
אהבת עולם, אהבת עולם, ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נזיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד.
בכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה, אשר חנוכי מצווך היום הלבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך, בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות הידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני למשה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל, ואמרת עליהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו הציצית הכנף בתיר תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית וריתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
On page 157, standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורות ונעילות עושה ולב, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים מפני משה ומרים, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי ברא אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. השכיבנו, השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו, לשלום, לשלום.
השכיבנו, השכיבנו,
מלכנו לחיים ולשלום ולשלום. אשכבנו, אשכבנו, אלוהינו לשלום ופרוס עלינו there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal One, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. Ashkivenu, Ashkivenu, Eloheinu leshalom. Baruch Ata Adonai, Aporei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, Val Kol Amo Yisrael, Val Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Eternal One. The shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
And on page 162 begins V'shamru, a song for Shabbat.
V'shamru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
בני ובן, בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Let us rise for the Amidah on page 164, and as is our custom, we'll daven the first three blessings out loud together. Then we can continue together, we'll continue silently, coming together on page 180 for Oseh Shalom.
Adonai sefotay tiftach, ufi yagid tehiratecha. Baruch ata Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim v'Koneh Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומשיח ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מצליח השמש ומוריד הטל. מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיה מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות ומטוב מלך, מלך ממצום חיה ומשמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יחגגוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
May God bring peace to the entire world, and we say,
Amen.
Amen. On which Shabbat during the year is the longest sermon given? Shabbat Hagadol, which is what, Brian? Tomorrow? Tomorrow's before Pesach. The Shabbat before Pesach is the longest sermon of the year. When do you think, according to some rabbis, is the shortest sermon of the year? Tonight. So let me begin.
Was that a comment or was that a wishful statement?
No.
Which one was that?
So, can I have my sermon back, please? So I say to you, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. No, seriously. I don't know.
To be fair.
There's no such thing as the shortest sermon of the year, by the way. Of course not. But I have a question to ask you. Anybody here? Does anybody have a piece of string? On you? Does anybody have a piece of string or a tie of some? No. I should just give up now. Anybody got a piece of string or something to tie? Not a hair tie. That you can give me? Pretty much nobody. But if I ask you, anybody got an electronic device? Everybody's got an electronic device of some sort. I'm not asking how old it is. I'm not asking if it's what brand it is. But everybody pretty much has an electronic device on them, or in close vicinity. Okay. So, way back when, and we're going back before electronic devices. Some of you may remember that. If you wanted to remember to do something, what would you do? For some. You'd tie a piece of string around your finger. Apparently, Rabbi David Wolpe of Sinai Temple in Los Angeles cannot be wrong on this. You tied people to remember things used to do different things. They tie a piece of string on their finger, they tie a knot in their handkerchief. God forbid they'd use a pen and write a list. Today, I found myself, hey Siri, create a to-do list, put this on the to-do list. I need paper, I need pens. No. As we're heading into Rosh Hashanah, as we're heading into the high holidays, this period of time leading up to Rosh Hashanah is set with reminders. It's set with reminders for us to remember that the high holidays are coming, to enact the high holidays. We hear the shofar, the sounding of the shofar is supposed to be every day during the month of Elul to say to us, the high holidays are coming. And here we are, Erev Shabbat, in 48 hours, we'll be back for Erev Rosh Hashanah. And then where are the reminders? Because we're in the midst of the Yamim Noraim, we're now in the midst of the high holidays. And I want to ask a different question. Because we are in the high holidays and we are talking about reminders. What is the point in which you remember personal, and this may not be true for everybody, it depends on where we are, perhaps in our Jewish journey. What is your reminder that the high holidays are approaching? That's a real question, it's not a rhetorical question. What is your reminder? I can tell you my reminder starts when we get an email from either Michelle or from Gersh or from the office saying we need to have a high holiday meeting. And it usually happens in July. So we start thinking about the high holidays in June, July. What is your reminder that the high holidays are imminent or coming? So you're looking at the AFL calendar because you know high holidays are close. As long as the grand final's not on Yom Kippur. Elul reflections, when you start to get the emails from the Union for Progressive Judaism, they start to come automatically. We're in the month of Elul. When you start hearing the shofar. Slichot. So Slichot was just a week ago. That was just a week ago when we changed the curtains, as you saw, from their usual blue to white. Anything? Sorry? There's buckets of honey in Coles. You suddenly see, in Coles or Woolworths, you suddenly see the Rosh Hashanah display come out inclusive of matzah. Jono. Families start guilting each other on what to bring and what to cook. Are any of these memories, would we categorize them as nostalgic? If we can go back that far. Not all of us can go that far, depending on our, as I mentioned earlier, our Jewish journey, and I want to recognize that. Or that you think could become nostalgia. Joanne? When the music changes, when Cancel Loom suddenly starts singing Mi Chamocha to the high holiday melody. Is that an example?
Correct, and I start to think of my grandparents.
And then you start to think about your grandparents. And I think that's something that has really hit home to me, was that nostalgic memory. I opened up my parents gave me my grandmother's silver. How did it come? It came in a little box, not a special box, just a cardboard box. And it was wrapped up, all the forks were wrapped up, all the knives were wrapped up. And I thought I was getting this beautiful set. It was all mismatched silver. There is a nice set, but for most of it, and there must have been, I counted maybe 200 different pieces of forks of different sizes, of tiny little spoons, of the little sugar things that you use. You know, when you got the cubes of sugar, which I haven't seen in forever. And then as I was opening it, because I was looking at it and thinking, do I use it for Rosh Hashanah? When do I use it? Googling, can I put it in the dishwasher? I came across this spoon. I came across this little spoon and suddenly I was taken back, I would say about 37 years, to when I was about 5-6 years old, to my grandmother's home in Johannesburg, in the suburb of Kensington. And suddenly, all of those memories I hadn't thought of in all of that time came flooding back. And it was Rosh Hashanah. And I was thinking to myself that's just in that split moment, you know, the whole idea of nostalgia, and I think of memory. And the high holidays are about memory. They're about remembering the last year and thinking about and focusing on what we've done wrong in the last year and how we can change for the coming year. And in those moments and in that split second, I lost myself and into this idea of memory. And I think, you know, how am I going to create memories for the future that'll be quite different? What am I going to take with me? What are the memories from this last year that I'm going to take with me, that I'm going to take into the future? And what is that piece of string going to be? I don't have the answer, but just something to think about from the last year. I'm not asking you to go back 37 years. Some of you can't go back that far. But what is that piece of string for you to bring forward to the front of your memories? Something that's going to be truly in your heart, that's going to bring joyfulness and happiness for the new year and for years to come. Shana Tova. Let us rise for the sounding of the Shofar.
As is our tradition, we do not say the brachot, but nevertheless we hear all of the sounds of the Shofar. Tekiah Shavarim Tekiah Tekiah Teruah Tekiah, Tekiah, Shevarim Teruah, Tekiah. Alein on page 586, 586, our concluding prayers.
עלינו לשבח אדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגר ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחת האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם.
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ.
ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
Remain standing as we turn to the Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, on page 598. For the week of Shiva, we remember in our congregation and community Ron Ahrens, Susie Symbolist, Robert Smorgan. And for the Shloshim, we remember Stephanie Heller, Joseph Isaac, Thomas Jelenik, Gladys Kahn, Evelyn Lenton, Zenek Obozanek, Josephine Salomon, Leon Siegel, Renee Silva, Helen Stanton, and Susan Wilder. And the yard sites anniversaries of whose death fall on this Shabbat, we remember Harry Barsky, Esther Figg, Malcolm Fox, Louis Freshman, Jean Hill, Tamara Kevin, Alexander Kronberg, Rose Lazarus, Les Levy, Maya Nathan, Erica Newman, James Reich, Pauline Schustig, Paul Seidman, David Simon, Rosebell Silverman, Max Smith, Dolphy Spitz, Moshe Veron, Julius Vax, Jeff Wasserthiel, and Simon Wathersiel. And we remember those who, as part of National Police Remembrance Day, which is this Sunday, we think of those members of the police force of Victoria who died in service, serving our community. If you'd like to remember the name of a loved one for Shiva Shloshim or Yard Site, I invite you to share their name at this time. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may the memory of the righteous be for a blessing as we join together on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, v'yamad divrach yiriteh v'yamlich malchuteh, chayachon v'yomechon v'chayed achol Beit Yisrael, v'agalav izman kariv v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, Vitadar vitale vitalal shemedu kudesha Leila min kol berchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiran b'yama v'yimarur.
Amen.
Yehei shlam rabba min shemaya chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imur.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mroma hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imur.
Amen.
Hamakom yenachem echem b'toch shavlei Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved in Zion and Jerusalem and around the world. And we say, Amen. As we are seated, our President, Rebecca Silk, is making her way up to share some announcements.
Thank you, Rabbi, and thank you, Michelle, Sharon, Ido and Ellie for your liturgy this evening. And welcome everyone to services here at Temple Beth Israel. Welcome to anyone watching us through the internet as well. The announcements are really all about Rosh Hashanah, and you'll see in your Kol Israel sheet that all the services are there. So we will start next Sunday, Erev Rosh Hashanah, for Ma'ariv service at 6:15, and I'm very thrilled to tell you that Tammy Cohen will be giving the drush on that at that service. Then Monday, which is Rosh Hashanah, Tot service is at 9 o'clock, Shachrit at 10 o'clock here in the main sanctuary. The creche will be open from the end of the Tot service, so around 9:45, and will be open in the preschool for the duration of the morning service. Family services will be at 10:30 and will be upstairs as usual. Second day, Monday, the 1st of October, we'll have Ma'ariv at 6:15. I'm sure you know, but just a reminder that you will need your ticket for all services. If you're collecting tickets, you can do that at the membership services desk, which will be just inside the entrance at gate 2. We will have security staff, ESS, there will be CSG, there will be our own shul protectors, and they may be checking your tickets against your identification name, and they may be checking bags. So don't be offended, they are just doing their job. Parking, as you know, there's no parking on site, so you need to make your own arrangements for transport. We will have the 10-minute drop-off zone outside on Alma Road, and we will have board members there for anyone needing assistance to get from their car into the sanctuary here. Please do bring your new Maksorim with you. The red one is for Rosh Hashanah, and we'll be very excited to be using them. And thanks to the generosity of Allah and Mark Medonik, we will have copies available to borrow for the services, and we're very grateful for their sponsorship of the Dr. Susanna Gairo Maksorim. Tuesday is the second day, and we will have Shachrit at 10 o'clock, and then we will go to Elwood. Please join us for Tashlich, which will start around 1 o'clock. The office will be open on October the 2nd and the 3rd and the 4th. And then we will be back to Shabbat again, and it'll be Shabbat Shuvah. But before that, services tomorrow, as usual, here at 10 o'clock, and Judy Cohen will be laning for us and giving the drush on her portion, which is Nitzavim. Do please thank our security volunteers as usual on your way out, and Peter has asked if you could please exit through the main doors, or if you need to exit through the office, go through the glass doors down there. Wish you Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Rebecca.
We conclude with the words of Oseh Shalom Bimromav. May God, who grants us peace, grant us the most important gift of all, that of peace. Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom Bimromav. Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. על כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל grape juice. In the middle is the nectar of Johnny Walker for those who wish the Kiddush.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקרא קודש זכר יציאת מצרים.
הבנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים.
בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש
Shabbat L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Another symbol that Rosh Hashanah is here. Round colors. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המוציא לחם מן הארץ. Amen. Shabbat Shalom and I got the short end of the challah, didn't I? Good Shabbos, good Shabbos.